Hello friends, welcome to our new tutorial series of MySQL. These are the topics that I am going to cover in this entire video. You can check this video's description box also to find out all the topic easily. So without any further delay, let me start. So first is, what is database? You deal with the data every day. When you want to listen to your favorite song, you open your playlist from your smartphone. In this case, the playlist is nothing but the database. When you take a photo and upload it on your account on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat or any other media, your photo gallery is nothing but a database. And when you browse an e-commerce website to buy shoes, sandal, clothes, etc., you use the shopping cart database. Databases are everywhere. So what is database? By definition, I can say that a database is a structured collection of data. In the database, we model data like products, category, tags, etc. using a tables. A table contains columns and rows. It is like a spreadsheet only. A table may relate to another table using a relationship that is one-to-one and one-to-many relationship. Because we deal with a significant amount of data, we need a way to define a database and tables and the process data more efficiently. Besides, we want to turn the data into the information also. And this is where the SQL comes to play. SQL, the language of a relation database. SQL stands for the structured query language, and SQL is a standardized language used to access the database. So, what is MySQL? MySQL is a database management system that allows you to manage the relational database. It is open source software backed by Oracle. It means you can use MySQL without paying single amount. Also, if you want, you can change its source code also. MySQL is pretty easy to master in comparison with other database software like Oracle Database or Microsoft SQL Server. MySQL can run on various platforms like Unix, Linux, Windows, etc. You can install it on a server or even in a desktop. Besides, MySQL is reliable, scalable, and also fast. If you develop a website or web application, MySQL is a very good choice for that. If you don't have MySQL in your device, I request you to install the MySQL from its official website, because from next time onwards we are going to focus on practical portion of the MySQL. Once we install the MySQL, now to open it, a software icon will be there in your desktop screen, or you can use the Windows key to open MySQL command line client. So here I am going to open MySQL. As I didn't give any of the password in the MySQL, so I am directly going to press enter over here. Means whatever the password that is given by you, you have to enter once MySQL screen is going to open. As after that, one welcome message is there that describes that you had entered the right password over there. Now the question is, what happens if you enter the wrong password? Let's exit from the current window using the keyword exit. Yes, this keyword is used to quit from the MySQL screen. Now again open it. Suppose I'm going to enter any of the wrong password. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not actually my password. So what? Yes, you are going to terminate from the MySQL command prompt screen. So let's start again and enter the right password. Here is a simple query that asks the server to tell you its version number and the current date. Type, as I'm going to type over here, select version as a method, means round bracket start over, comma, one more is current date, current underscore date, round bracket start over and semicolon. Once I'm going to press the enter, one answer is there, 5.1.26, and the current date is 2020-04-15. That is the current date of this device. This query illustrates several things about the MySQL. A query normally consists of a SQL statement followed by a semicolon. When you issue a query, MySQL sends it to the server for the execution and displays the result that prints another MySQL prompt that indicates it is ready for the another query. MySQL displays a query output in row and column format, as you are going to see over here. First row contains the label for the column, means whatever that you had entered in the query. The row following the label are the query result. Means this two statement is going to print the result as the version and the current date of the particular query. MySQL shows how many rows were entered and how long the query took to execute, which gives you rough idea of the server performance. Means I got the result in 0.00 second. Keyword may be entered in any of the later case. The following query are the equivalent. Means in the previous query I had written version and current date in lowercase. So let me modify. So what's the change? As previously I had written the current date in lowercase and I am going to write the same content in uppercase. So let's check the answer. Answer is same only. Means you can write any of the query either in lowercase also or in uppercase also, or you can use mixer of that. Let's check one mathematical example. Select 4 plus 1. But obviously it is going to generate the output as 5 only, but let's see how it is going to generate. As I told you that it is going to generate in table format, means 4 plus 1 is a label that you had entered after select statement and 5 is the result. That is going to generate after the label of 4 plus 1. By this type of multiple statement also you can generate the output. See how we can do using multiple statement. Select. Now I am going to press the enter. Again I have to complete the statement, so I am going to write 4 plus 1. Till now I didn't give the semicolon. Again I am going to press the enter. And now the statement that is missing, that is semicolon. Now my complete query I had written in 3 lines, that is select. In the second one I had written 4 plus 1 and in last line I had written semicolon. Now see the result. It is going to generate the same result. Thus we can say that a query need not be given all in a single line. It means lengthy queries that require several lines are not a problem. We are working on MySQL that determines where your statement ends by looking it for the terminating semicolon. Now as you know how to enter a SQL statement, now I can say that you all are ready to access a database. Now onwards, the second print is for my use, in which I am going to use some of the SQL syntax or for my rough work. Now suppose you want to create one new database, then we have to use some of the syntax over there. Now first thing is create database and database name, and at last a semicolon. Means create database, as per the syntax we have to write create database and at last we have to assign one name of the database. Now suppose you want to create one name of the database as school, then follow the same syntax, create database and at last a database name. So query OK. Now how you can check that your database is actually created or not? Now suppose you want to check that how many databases are available in your device, and you can use the following syntax. Show databases. Now I'm going to write the same thing over here, show databases. So here I got the 6th row in which information schema 01 Dharmesh, booking, MySQL, school and test. School is one of which we had created before a while. Means thus how you can check how many databases are available in your device. Now suppose you want to use any one of the database, or let's take school only, that I want to access the school database right now. Then what? See the syntax, use and name of the database. Means our database name is school, so what we have to write is use and school, and at last a semicolon. So database change statement is there. Means you can say that right now you are in school database. That's how you can create a database by yourself. And at last, now suppose you want to remove the database, then drop keyword is going to use, drop database and database name. Let me correct again. And at last a semicolon. A drop database statement drops all the tables in the database and deletes all the database permanently. Therefore, you should be very careful when using this statement. So as for the syntax, drop database name, I have to write what? Drop database and database name. Right now our database name is school. Space fill there. Enter. Query OK. Now your database actually removed. Now how you can check? Again using this statement, show databases. That is for what? Suppose you want to check how many databases are available in your device. So again, show databases. Previously 6 rows were there, right now 5 rows. Why? Because school database is not there. Thus how you can create one new database, you can check how many databases are available, you can access the database and you can remove the database from your MySQL software. Now we will see what is data type. Data types in terms of MySQL. Actual data type specifies a particular type of data like integer, float, boolean, string, etc. But in terms of MySQL, we have to use some of the specific data type for any kind of value. Let me explain the structure. Here I had given the name of the database school. Now as you know how to create a database with the name school is create database and database name. The database name that you want to create right now is the name as a school. Means you have to write create database and after that school. Now one table is there with the name student. Now in which table so many fields are there? Yes, these are the field or you can say a column name. Roll number, name, class, mark, gender and DOB, that is date of the birth. Now these all are 5 or 6 fields are there in the particular table with the name student in a database name school. Now roll number, name, class, mark, gender and DOB having different kind of value. See, roll number having the somewhat value like 1 to 10. Name are the Dharmik, Asia, all are the character value. Now in class, see, numeric value is also there and character value are also there. Means 12 days B. In mark 95 is there. In gender, male and female is written. And in DOB, somewhat date format is there. Means to store any kind of this value, we have to use some of the data type that is already there in MySQL. Now suppose you want to store any kind of numeric value, then you can go with the int data type. What is int? That is an integer format. Means suppose you want to store any kind of numeric value, then you can use int over there. But one limitation is there. Now suppose you having any of the value that is more than 214 crore 74 lakh 83,647. Means suppose any of the value is more than this amount, then you have to go with big int. Yes, big int is one more data type to store somewhat numeric value. Means int is okay if your value is less than this amount, but suppose your value is more than this amount, then you have to go with the big int data type. Yes. Now suppose you want to store any of the fractional value, then you can use either float or double or you can use decimal also. Yes, suppose you want to store any kind of fractional value, or you can say suppose 98.3 or 74.5, then you can use float, double or decimal. Now let's take the example of decimal. In decimal, suppose I am going to write 4,2. Okay, what it means? This first 4 specifies that total how many digits will be there. Now suppose I am going to write 7890. Now what is for this 2? Now after fractional value, total how many decimal points will be there? Means suppose you want to store any kind of fractional value, then you can use the decimal format over there and bracket. You can specify the number as per your requirement. Now let's take example. Suppose I want to store one number as 678.76. Now total how many digits are there? That is 5. Means what always you have to use decimal as a data type name. In bracket, first number what defines total how many digits are there? Means in this 678.76, total how many digits are there? That is 5. Means first I have to write 5, comma. After point, how many digits are there? That is 2. Means 76 contain total 2 digits, so I have to write 2 over there. So that's actually how fractional value can be stored over here. You can use either float or double or decimal. Means we have seen total how many ways you can store somewhat numeric value, that can be either numeric or somewhat fractional value over there. Now the second thing, suppose you over here I mentioned the dharmic also and something male, female, 12B, 12A, 12C, like that. Now you can use char or varchar. In bracket we have to mention somewhat size over there. That size define total how many character can be there. Now see in Dharmic, total how many characters are there? Means DHARMIK means total 7 characters are there. In Canil 5, in Raj 3, in Aryan 5. Means this N specifies total how many characters you want to enter in the particular field. Whether you are going to use char or varchar. But minor difference is that char having a fixed length and varchar having a variable length. Means suppose I am going to suggest that suppose you have any kind of value that going to contain somewhat character value or alphanumeric value, then I suggest you to use the varchar because it is going to use the variable length over there. Now simple example, suppose you want to use Dharmic as a value in your column or in field, then how many characters are there? DHARMIK means total 7 characters are there. Means for the name field you have to use varchar in bracket 7, but it is for the Dharmic value only. But see, you having so many values like Harsvi, Chami, Dhruvik and all that value. Means specify somewhat value that is going to store maximum value in your particular field. Means for this name field I can use varchar in bracket 10. Same for the class field, as we had used 12-B, 12-B, 12-A means 1, 2-B means each and every field having maximum 4 characters. Means I can use over here varchar in bracket 4. It's okay for the class field right now. One more field is there with the name DOB, that is date of birth. For this kind of value you can use date format. Date is a name of data type. Yes, now suppose you want to use any kind of value in terms of YYYY-DD-MM. Yeah, there are a lot of format that you can use to store date and time format, but right now I'm going to use this format to enter any kind of date format in your table. So these are the basic data type that you can use in MySQL. I'm not going to say that these are the only data type, but these are the most used data type in the MySQL. Now again revise it. INT for what? Now suppose you are having the value less than this amount, then you can use INT. But suppose you want to store your mobile number, then you have to go with big INT. Float, double and decimal is going to store somewhat fractional value. Now this 4,2 specifies total how many characters are there, digits are there, that is 4. And 2 specifies after fractional value, means after point how many characters you want to store. Char and varchar both are going to use somewhat character value, means character also and alphanumeric also, but better to use varchar, as I specify that what 10 and what 4 is specified over here. And at last date, that is going to store somewhat date and time format. Yes, one more format is there. Suppose you want to store date also and time also, then you can go with date time. Yes, this data type is going to store somewhat value like YYYY-MM-DD and hour, minute and second. Column will there. That is for the date and time format. So these are the basic data type that you can go with MySQL whenever you are going to create any of the table. We will see soon that how you can create one table in your database. As just before a while we have seen that how to create a database, which are the data type available in MySQL. Now see how you can create a table in MySQL. This is the basic syntax to create a table. The syntax is create table and name of the table. Now suppose we want to create the table with the name student, then we have to give the name over here as a student. Now round bracket start, round bracket O and semicolon. In between that we can write field 1 data type constraint. Now one question will be there, what is a constraint? Just give me a minute. Right now field 1 is roll number, means roll NO. Data type, as we have seen that there are so many data types that you can assign in MySQL as per the value stored in the particular field. Right now roll number having numeric value, so you can use INT over there. Name having somewhat character value, means you can use char or varchar. In class you can use same char or varchar. In mark you can use INT. In gender you can use char or varchar and DOB. What? Yes, date format is there, so you can use date data type over there. So field 1 is a roll NO data type, means INT and constant. There are so many constants available in MySQL. See, constant. that is not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, check, default, etc. As per the recommend, you can use any one of them. Now, first one is not null. What is not null? It ensures that a column can't have a null value. Means suppose roll number having 1 to 10 value, means suppose you want to ensure that null value should not be there, then you can use not null over there. See, in mark field, one null value is there. Means suppose you had applied mark field as a not null constant, then you can't enter null value over there. Now, second one is unique. What unique is? It ensures that all the value in a column are a different one. Means you can't repeat the value again. Now, primary key is a mixture of both, that is not null and unique. It is a combination of a not null and unique. It uniquely identifies each row in a table. Now, next one is a foreign key. Foreign key. It ensures that uniquely identifies a row and record in another table. Means suppose you have multiple tables, then you can use foreign key constant over there. Now, check one is, it ensures that all value in a column satisfies a specific condition. Suppose you want to apply any of the condition like age should be more than 30, then you can apply check constant over there. Now, default. It sets a default value for a column when no value is specified. Means suppose for a particular column, suppose you want to specify one fixed value, then you can use default constant over there. These are the different constants that you can apply at a time of creation of the table. Now, back to our create of the table query. Create table name. Right now, table name is done. But if you know, we have dropped the database with the name school. Now, suppose you want to create the database with the name school, then what? Create database name. Right now, we want to create the database name with the school. Now, create database school. So, we create the database. Now, suppose you want to enter in the database, then what? Use and name of the database. Right now, name of the database is school. Now, whatever the query that is performed by you will be reflect to the database school. Now, suppose you want to create the table with the name student, then what? You have to follow this syntax. Create table name, field 1, data type constant. Right now, see, create table name. Right now, name of the table is student. Round bracket start, round bracket over, semicolon. In between that, field 1. Right now, field 1 is roll NO, means you have to write ROLL. NO. As I told you that you can use either capital character also and lower character also. Roll number, data type of the particular roll NO is INT and constant. Now, suppose I want to assign the roll NO as a primary key, then I can write over here primary key. Primary key is a constant, comma. Likewise, you can assign field 2 data type constraint, field 3 data type constraint as per your requirement. At last, round bracket over and semicolon. Means I am going to assign the same structure of the student. Roll NOINT primary, next name. As we have seen that you can assign the varchar as a data type of name field. In bracket 20. As you know that 20 is what? It specifies how many maximum character you can enter in the particular field. Now suppose I am going to assign the not null constant over there. What is not null? Exactly, you can't enter null value in the particular field. In which field? In the name field. So likewise, I am going to create the complete table class in which I am going to use again varchar. 5 is okay. Mark for that, yes, INT. Next, gender. For that, I can use varchar. In bracket 10 is enough. And last one is DOB. For that, we have to use date format. For that, we can use date as a data type, round bracket over, and at last a semicolon over there. This is the complete structure to create the table with the name student and with this roll number, name, class, mark, gender, and DOB field, and as per the relevant data type. So I am going to press the enter. So query okay, 0 row affected. Means we have created one table with the name student and these many fields are there. Now suppose you want to check the structure of the table. How you can see the syntax? DESC, or you can use describe also and name of the table, that is table name. You can write this syntax to check the structure of the table that you had created previously. Now see DESC and name of the table. Right now we have given the name of the table as student, STUDENT. So this is the answer for the same. Here roll number, name, class, mark, gender, DOB. And roll number, we have assigned the data type as int for the name varchar, class varchar, mark int, gender varchar, and DOB as a date. Null, as we have assigned the primary in the very first field, so you can't enter null value over there. And if you remember, we have assigned the not null in the name, so we can't assign null value over there. So first two are the no in the null field, means you can't enter null value in the first two field. After that you can. And key as PRI, means we had assigned primary in the very first field, so it is going to assign as PRI. What is default and what is extra? Suppose you had assigned somewhat auto increment like constant and something written over there. That we'll see again, but right now this is the basic syntax to create the table. Now how you can check how many tables are there in your database? If you remember, then right now our name of the database is school. Now suppose you want to check that how many tables are there in our database, then you can write show tables. So again I'm writing show tables. So in our database with the name school, one table is there with the name student. So till now we had seen how we can create the database, how we can create the table, how we can check the table, and how we can check that structure of the table using DESC or describe command. Now the next one is alter table command. Why alter table is used? Suppose you want to change the structure of the table, then you can go with the alter table command. Now what is the meaning of alter table? See, I have listed 4 command over there. That all 4 command of the alter table only, but see I had mentioned add, change, modify and drop. The previous syntax are same only, alter table, table name. Right now our name of the table is student, so we will go with the student over here. So alter table student. Now add for what? Now suppose you want to add one more field in your table. Now suppose in our table student we having total 6 field are there. Now suppose you want to add one more field with the name city, then what? Yes, you can go with the alter table command. In that you can use add over here. Field means suppose whichever the field you want to insert data type. Now suppose for the field city you can assign the data type as char or varchar, and constant. Constant means we have listed so many constant. Apart from this, you can use any of the constant over there. Let's write. Now suppose in the table student we want to add one more field with the name city, then alter table name, that is student. Now add. Now which field you want to insert, that is city, and data type that you want to assign to the particular field city, that is varchar. In brackets suppose I am going to assign 10, and at last semicolon. See, query OK is assigned over there. Now suppose you want to check the structure of the table, then what? As we had seen, DESC table name. For what? Suppose you want to check the structure of the table. Now suppose you want to check that city field is included in our table or not, then what? DESC and name of the table, that is student. See, roll number, name, class, mark, gender and DOB, that were already there. Now one more field is there with the name city, and the data type is varchar 10. Thus how you can add one more field in your table. Now see the second one, alter table name, change, old field, new field and data type. That is for suppose you want to change the name of the field, as we had added one more field with the name city. Now suppose I want to change the name of city from city to state, then how we can? You can use change command over there. Now see, alter table name in this only, alter table student, change old field name, that is city, new field name, suppose I want to make this field as a state, and the data type, that is varchar, and then semicolon. Means alter table name change is for what? Suppose you want to change old field name with a new field name, then you can use change over there. Now I am going to press the enter. See, query OK is there. Now suppose I am going to check the structure again, whether the name is changed or not, DESC. See, after DOB one more field is there instead of city. Right now it is state. Now the third one, alter table name, modify. Modify for what? Now suppose you want to change the data type. Right now I have mentioned varchar 10, but suppose you are going to insert any of the value that having more than 10 character, then what? You can use the modify over there. Now see, alter table name, modify field name that is state, and new data type that is varchar, and I'm going to assign as 20. Previously I had mentioned 10. See, state and varchar 10 was there. Now suppose I'm going to change for state field, I'm going to assign as varchar 20. Now I'm going to press the enter. Now again check the structure, DAC and table name. See, state having varchar 20 means as a new data type I had allocated as varchar 20. Thus how you can change the data type of the particular field. And last one is alter table, table name and drop particular field. Now suppose you want to remove any of the field from your table, then you can use drop and with one field name over there. Now suppose as per this table we want to remove this state field, that is not necessary right now for our table, so we want to remove the state field. Then what? Alter table, table name, and at last what? Instead of change we have to write drop and one more field, that is state. Enter. Now check that whether state field is there or not. See, we having till DOB, that is our previous table that we had created with the name student. We having total 6 field only. Thus how you can use alter table command. Add for what? Suppose you want to add one more field in the table. Change. Suppose you want to change the name of the field that is existing in your table. Modify, that is you want to change the data type of the particular field. And drop, suppose you want to remove any of the field from your table. This is all about the alter table. Now the next one is insert statement. Why insert statement is used in MySQL? Insert statement is used to insert the data in MySQL table within the database. We can insert a single or multiple records using a single query in MySQL. Now as I told you that the student is the name of the table, roll name, class, mark, gender and DOB are the name of the field. And these all record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 are the records that we want to insert in our table with the name student. Till now what we had done, we had created one table with the name student in which total 6 fields are there, and according to the field we have assigned the data type to the particular fields. Now suppose we want to insert the records in the table, we have to go with the insert into statement. You can use the insert statement with the two options. Now first one is insert into table name values, round bracket start, over, in between that assign each and every value over there, that is val1, val2, val3 likewise. So suppose you want to insert the first record, then we have to go with insert into table name. Right now name of the table is student, values, round bracket start. Which one is the value 1? That is 1, comma, dharmik, comma, 12b, comma, 95, comma, male, comma, this date. Likewise we can go with this. Let's try this. Now to insert the first record, let's start with the first statement, that is insert into table name. Right now name of the table is student, values, round bracket start. Now we have to write each and every value one by one, and with the comma separated value, means after completion of the first value we have to assign comma over there. Now next value is dharmik. Yes, you can write in capital character also and small character also. Next one is 12b, then after 95, then after male, and then after date and time format is there. As I told you, you can write the value as first year, then after month, and then after day. Round bracket over, semicolon. This is the complete record that I have written, 1 dharmik, 12b, 95 male and this date. Now one minor change is there. Wherever you are going to find any of the non-numeric value, then you can use it as a single quote or double quote before and ending at time. Means before dharmik I have to start a single quote, and at end time I have to over it with single quote. In non-numeric value only. So 12b is non-numeric value. Why? Because 12 is a numeric value, but dash and b. So that before the 12b and after the 12b. Now again 95, that is a numeric value, male. So that I have to use single quote start, single quote over. And for the date and time format, what always I have to use. Why? Because 2001 is a numeric, but after that one dash is there. So before starting of the value and at a time of ending of the value, I have to use single quote start and over. So this is our complete first record. To insert the first one as 1 dharmik, 12b, 95 male and this date. To record in the first table, that is student. Now I am going to place the enter over here. So query OK. You can check the record using select statement that I am going to explain within some more time. So this is the complete first statement to insert the first record in the table with the name student. Now see, second record are same only, third, fourth, and fifth one minor change is there. Why? Because roll number is 5, name is Aryan, 12C, and see I have written the null over here. Now suppose you want to insert any of the null value. Is there any change in null and 0? Yes. 0 is a value that you had assigned, and null is minor change that suppose you are going to insert any of the value and right now you are not knowing particular value, then you can write null over there. But null you can't directly write like that. You have to write NULL without single or double quote. Let me going to first finish the second, third and fourth record, then come back to you with the fifth record. So at the time of insertion of the fifth record, I am going to use the same format that I used for the previous one. So insert into table name, that is student, values, round bracket start. The fifth record roll number is 5, Aryan, that I would have written in single quote start and over. Next one is 12C, and then after null value is there, so comma, and you have to write null over there without single or double quote. Why? Because till now we had seen that single or double quote can be used with the string format or the date format. So null, then after as per regular format, mil, and then after date format is there, so 2002 in single quote, then month, and then date, round bracket over and semicolon. So that's how you can insert the null value over there. Then after you can see that 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are the regular record that I am going to insert as soon as possible. And the last record is 10. Name is Dhruvik. Class is 10B. Value is 86. Male, and the date format is 2003. Month is 10 and day is 70. That's how you can insert the 10 record. And the next format is, see, insert into table name, field 1, field 2, dash, 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 values, val 1, val 2. Now you can use this format whenever you are going to write each and every field name. Now suppose I am going to use for the last record, I am going to write over here only, insert into table name, that is student. Now suppose you are going to write the name of the field as roll and all. You can write in capital character also and lower character also. Roll number, name, then after class, comma, mark, comma, gender, and last one is DOB. So these are the fields, and then after values. For the last record I am going to write 10, comma, Dhruvik, comma, 10B, that will be in single quote. Then after 86, then after male in single quote, and then after date and time format, that is 2003-10-17. That's how you can use the second format also. Now when to use this type of format? Now suppose I'm not going to mention DOB over here, so I have to remove the last value also. You can use this format also. Now what is going to happen in roll number? 10 value is going to assign, in name Dhruvik is going to assign, class 10B, mark 86, gender and male. So what about the DOB? In that, null value is going to assign over there. So whenever you are going to assign the null value, you can use with the same format also, or you can use this format as we had seen in the fifth record. You can write null over there. So this is all about the insert record that we have to use at a time of insertion of the record in the table. Now the next one is select statement. Why select statement is used in MySQL? It is used to fetch the data from the one or multiple tables in MySQL. We can retrieve the records of all the fields or specified field in the particular table or from the single table. Now as per the syntax, we have to go with select, then after particular expression. These expressions can be a particular single field or multiple field, or you can use asterisk sign, or I can say a star. Now then after from, and then after particular name of the table from which you want to fetch all the records. Now as you know that using insert statement we have inserted all the record as per our table student, and we had inserted all the 10 records, that is 1 to 10 records. Now suppose we want to check that whether we had entered the record perfectly or not. So we can go with the select statement. So select, then after we have to use the expression. Now suppose we want to check all the records, then we can write select, then after asterisk sign, or I can use the word star also, from table name. Right now name of the table is student. So let's check that whether we had entered the record perfectly or not. So we having total 10 record. See, first one is 1 Dharmik 12B 95 male and this date. So as we had entered over here, we had answered each and every record, that is total 10 record. See the fifth one, 5 Aryan 12C and null. As we have written 5 Aryan 12C and null. So why is select statement? Suppose we want to retrieve all the record from the table, then we can use the select statement over there. Now we can assign multiple possibility also. Now suppose you want to check that just roll number and name only. I had changed the name of the roll number to RNO. Now suppose you want to use the name of the specific field, then suppose first name only. Select name, that is as the expression from table name. Right now name of the table is student. So after select and before from, whatever you are going to write will be there as the output screen. So right now all the name, that is Dharmik, Asia up to Dhruvik, all the records are there, but just name only. Now suppose you want to check multiple fields. Now suppose you want roll number also and name also. Then what you have to do is roll number comma name, means RNO comma name. Yes, you can write in capital character also and lower character also. Now keep in mind that suppose you want to display multiple fields, and you have to use comma between that two particular field. So RNO, then after name. I am going to press the enter. So as output you are having total multiple 2 fields. Likewise you can display as many fields as you want to display from the particular table. So I am going to display roll number, name, gender and DOB from the particular table. So roll number, name, gender and DOB is there as output. Now keep in mind that whatever you are going to write in the sequence only after select statement. Now suppose I am first going to display the name, and then after I am going to write RNO from table name. So first in the output screen, first name field will be there, and then after roll number field will be there. See, first name field is there, and then after roll number field is there. So after select statement in sequence only, whatever you are going to write over here, as per that only output screen will be there. So first name is there, and then after roll number is there. So this is all about the basic of select statement. Means keep in mind that first you have to use select, then after expression you can use asterisk sign also to display all the record. You can use particular name of the field to display as the output screen from, and then after name of the table. Now the next one is distinct clause. Why it is used? It is used to remove the duplicate record from the table and fetch only the unique record. The distinct clause is only used with the select statement. So as we had seen the select statement syntax, in the select and expression we have to use distinct keyword, and after that you can use any of the name of the field from which you want to fetch all the unique record from the particular name of the table. So let's say practically, now suppose I am going to write select name from the student. How many records are there? See, total each and every 10 rows are there. Means we are going to find each and every 10 values are there. Now in these only I am going to use after select and before the name of field I am going to write DISTINCT, that is distinct, and name from the student. Can you guess what is going to change? See in the table Dharmik Asia, means from the particular name field we are going to check that total how many unique values are there. If you had seen then Canil and Canil, total 2 times Canil is going to repeat. So just check that, select distinct name from student. I am going to press the enter. Previously we had total 10 records, right now 9. Why? Because we are going to fetch only unique record, and it is going to remove all the duplicate record from the particular field and from the table. So thus how we can use distinct keyword. Now I am going to apply the same in gender. Without distinct, how many records will be there? Exactly. You will find each and every 10 records. Now suppose I am going to assign distinct gender from the student. Now can you guess how many records will be there? If you have seen the gender field, then you can check that total 2 values, male and female, and rest of the values are repeated in the particular whole table. So I am going to press the enter. So you will find just male and female only. Why first male? Because if you have checked the table, then first value is male, then after female is there. So in the output screen also you will fetch the first record as a male and then after female. So finally, distinct keyword is used to remove all the duplicate record from the particular table, and it is going to fetch only the unique record from the particular name of the field. Now the next and one main clause is where clause that you are going to apply from each and every query. How you can use where clause? First thing, in MySQL, where clause is used with the select, insert, update and delete clause to filter the results. It specifies a specific position where you have to do the operation. Now suppose you want to fetch it out not all the record but one specific record. That depends on somewhat condition, then you can use the select statement, that is select expression, that is whichever field you want to fetch from as a result from table name, and then after you have to write where and one condition. Now the format of the condition can be one field name, then after one symbol and one value. Now symbol means symbol that can be first relational operator. Now which are the basic relational operator, that is less than, less or equal to, greater than equal to and not equal to. Yes, you can use this sign as a not equal to symbol. Now back to our point. See this where clause. Now from this table I want to fetch it out all the records whose name is Raj. See, here we are having the fourth record whose name is Raj. Now we are going to use the same where clause as per the syntax. We have to write select what you want to display, all the record from table name, that is student. It is going to display all the record from the table, but we want to display the record whose name is Raj. So after where, see, as per the syntax we have to use one condition, and that condition depends on one field, one symbol and one value. Now field, what we want, name as a Raj. So the name of the field is name. So I am going to write name. That should be Raj. Means we have to assign one value for the assignment, or suppose you want to compare, then you can use is equal to and then after a value, that is Raj. And as I told you at the time of insertion of the record, suppose you are going to write any of the non-numeric value, then you have to write single quote start and over, and at last one semicolon will be there. So as per the proper this format, you are going to display all the record whose name is Raj only as per the particular whole table. So in this whole table you can check that from the all 10 records, just one record is there whose name is Raj. So I am going to press the enter. See, roll number is 4, Raj 12C 18 male, and this date format DOB, that is date of birth. That's how you can apply the condition. Now see the next one. Suppose you want to display all the record whose roll number is more than 8. See, there is one minor difference between more than and more or equal to. Let's see both of them. Now suppose you want to display all the record whose roll number is more than 8. So roll number is the name of the field, symbol that is more than I am going to assign right now, and value means I want all the record whose roll number is more than 8. So as a value I have to write 8 over there. So after where RNO, that is name of the field, symbol I am going to assign as greater than and 8, and at last semicolon means after where I had assigned RNO is the name of field, more than as a symbol and 8 as a value. Now from this table you can check that how many records are there whose roll number is more than 8. In more than symbol the value 8 is not going to include. So after 8 how many records are there? 9 and 10. So output will contain just 2 records with the value 9 and 10. Now we can check more or equal to. Suppose I am going to write instead of greater than or equal to. It means that is also going to include 8 also. Means 8, 9, 10 will be there as output. See, 8, 9, 10 is there as the output screen. Now let me check the not equal to symbol. As we had write roll number not equal to 8. What it means? It is going to display all the record whose roll number is not 8. So what will remain? In 1 to 10 record, it is going to exclude the roll number 8. So remain 9 record will be there as the output screen. See, 1 to 7, 8 is not there, and after that 9 and 10 record are there. Means you can use the basic where clause as like this. Select expression from table name and then after where and one condition. This is my format, is not actually proper format, but you can assign the condition as field name, symbol and value. This field name depends on which type of record you want to display as output, or it depends on your condition. And symbols of the relation operator can be less or equal to, greater than equal to and not equal to. This is all about the where clause that you can apply in the basic MySQL select statement. Yes, you can use with the insert, update and delete also. Yes, we are going to see that update and delete statement within just few times. But right now, till now, you had seen what is select statement, how you can insert the record, how you can fetch the record, and how you can apply the condition in the select statement. And now the logical operator. Basically, there are total 3 and, or and not that is included in the logical operator. We had already seen relation operator that are less or equal to, greater than equal to and not equal to. Now when to use logical operator? Suppose when you are having more than 2 conditions to combine as per the rules and regulation or somewhat expression, you can use somewhat logical operator over there. Now suppose you want to combine more than 2 conditions, then you can use logical operator, that is and, or and not. As for the syntax, let's see how you can apply logical and. Now suppose first condition I am going to assign as class equal to 12b, as I have to assign single quote 12b. Now total how many records are there whose class is 12b? See the first one I am going to mark as red one. First, second, third and fourth. Means total 4 records are there whose class is 12b. Now again I am going to assign one more condition as and mark more than 80 semicolon. Now second condition I had assigned as mark more than 80. Let me mark again whose mark is more than 80, red. Second one again red. This 80 is not going to include. Why? Because we had assigned more than symbol, not more or equal to symbol. Again 85, 95 and last one is 86. So class 12b 1, 2, 3 and 4 and whose mark is more than 80? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The simple logic of AND logical operator is first condition should be satisfied and also second condition should be satisfied. Means total how many we having record whose both the conditions are satisfied? Means this is the first one and this is the second one. Means total 2 records are there whose both the conditions are satisfied. Means we can get total 2 records because of this query. Means that is select star from table name where class is 12b also and mark is more than 80 also. Let's see. See total we have total 2 records 1 and 6, that is Dharmik and Hasvi. Means these are the 2 records whose class is 12b also and mark is more than 80 also. Means both the conditions should be satisfied. Now in this statement only we are going to assign the operator as OR. Now what is the funda of OR? Now suppose whoever the record having class 12b also and whoever mark more than 80 also, that both condition is going to include over there. Means let's see how many records we are going to get. See we have total 7 records. Why? Because this see the red marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have forget the 6th one, that is 7th. Means total we are getting total 7 record. Means in logical OR we are going to assign or we are going to fetch all the record in which all the condition is going to satisfy. And the last one is logical NOT. In logical NOT I am going to mention as one condition only. Now in this I am going to write not class equal to 12b. Now first tell me that total how many records were there whose class is 12b, means we are getting total 4 record, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what I had mentioned is not class equal to 12b, means we are going to get all the record whose class is not 12b. See the answer, means total 6 record are there. Why? Because ratio of the 4 record who having the class 12b, means we are going to get all the record whose class is not 12b. This is all about the logical operator that is going to use. Suppose you want to merge more than two conditions. Mainly you are going to use logical and logical OR operator. Now the next one is order by. Why it is used? To arrange the record as per the ascending order or descending order. Yes, for the ascending order you can use ASC, or for the descending order you can use DESC with the order by. Now as per the syntax, select expression, that is what you want to display, from table name, and then after you can use order by, and then after you can use the name of field as per what you can arrange the record in terms of ascending order or in descending order. Suppose you want to arrange all the record in terms of ascending order as per the name of field, name field. Now see, select, what I want to display is all the record, means I have to use asterisk sign from table name, that is student. Now we have to use order by, and then after particular name of the field. Right now my name of the field is name only, and ascending or descending. Suppose I am going to write ASC for what? To arrange all the record in terms of ascending order. Now see, our by default record was 1 to 10, but I am getting the record somewhat different one. Why? Because we had arranged all the record as per the ascending order of the name. Means as per the alphabetic character we are going to assign all the record as per the ascending order. Now in the same query, suppose I am not going to write ASC, then what? Yes, we are going to get same result only. Means suppose you want to arrange all the record in terms of ascending, then you can directly write expression and then after nothing over there. Means by default it is going to arrange all the record in terms of ascending order. Now suppose you want to do the same for the descending order, then what? Instead of AC you have to write DESC. For what? Suppose you want to arrange all the record in descending order as per the name field. I am going to press the enter. So you will get all the record as per the descending order by the name field. Means as per the alphabetic character you will get the record from Z to A. Means last record is Y, so as per the Yesha, Vikas, and then after Iron will be at last. So order by is used to arrange all the record in terms of ascending or in descending order. Now the next one is in condition. In MySQL, in condition is used to reduce the use of multiple OR condition in a select statement. Now what is OR? Let me revise it again. Suppose you want to display all the record whose name is either Dharmik or Kanil or Raj. So using OR operator, how you can write? See, select asterisk sign from table name, where which one is my first condition? Name should be either Dharmik or name should be either Kanil, or name can be either, let's take Vikas. So how many records are there whose name is either Dharmik or Kanil or Vikas? See, you can get total 4 records. Why? Because Kanil, Dharmik, Kanil 1, Kanil 2 and last one is Vikas. Means you are going to get total 4 records. Now suppose you want to reduce the use of multiple OR condition in select statement, then you can use in condition. Now after where what you can write? Expression, that is the name of the field, in, and then after val 1, val 2, val 3, that is value 1, value 2, value 3, whatever the value you want to assign. Now as for the same format only, I want to change the same format as after where, as for the syntax, expression, that is name, in, round bracket start, whatever value you want to assign over here. Dharmik. Second one is Kanil, and the last one is Vikas. Round bracket over and semicolon. Means using in keyword you can directly write the values like this, that is val 1, val 2, val 3. As per our format in name value, want to check all the record whose name is either Dharmik or Kanil or Vikas. So we get 4 record only, means as per the logical OR only. Means suppose you want to reduce the use of multiple or conditions, then you can go with the in. Now opposite of in is not in. What is the meaning of this? Suppose in this only I am going to write after name not in. What is the meaning of this? Yes, it is basic that whoever's name is not either Dharmik, neither Kanil or Vikas, that all record is going to fetch over there. So previously we have in total 4 record whose name is either Dharmik or Kanil or Vikas. Now what? We will get all 6 record whose name is not Dharmik, not Kanil and not Vikas. So there is minor difference between not and not in. Now the next one is between condition. Why it is used? In MySQL, between condition specifies how to retrieve values from an expression within a specific range. It can be used with the select, insert, update and delete statement also. Now suppose you want to apply between condition with the select statement, then how you can apply the condition? After val, you can specify any of the expression or the particular name of the field, and then after between clause, and then after val 1 and val 2. What is that val 1 and val 2? That suppose you want to retrieve any of the range. For that range, you have to specify first value and second value. Now note it down over here that first value and second value is also going to include over there. In the particular table, student, suppose you want to retrieve all the record whose mark is in between 80 to 90. Let's take 80 to 95. Means it is also going to include 80 and it is also going to include 95. Means in between 80 and 95. It is going to retrieve all the records over there. Now opposite of that between, you can apply not between over there. So let's type the first one, between clause. Now see, in our table only, select. Suppose I want to retrieve all the records. I am going to mention asterisk sign from table name, that is student. Now I have to where after apply I have to mention the name of it. Suppose mark. Now between clause, first value, let's take 80 and 95. So in this condition only, see this mark field, 95, 94, 80 also, 85, 95, 79 and 71 is not going to include, and then after 86. Means whatever the record that is mark is in between 80 and 95, it is going to retry over there. See, we have in total 6 record in which mark is in between something 80 and 95. Now opposite of this, you can apply not between over there. Now meaning of this, it is going to include all the record whose mark is in not between 80 and 95. In the same syntax only, I am going to apply mark not between 80 and 95. So see the result. We are going to retrieve total 3 records. Yes, null value is not going to include anywhere. How we can fetch the null value? That I am going to explain very soon. This is all about the between clause. Now you can apply between with the date format also. Now suppose I want to retrieve all the record. I am going to write the query only. Select asterisk sign from the table name where as we have the field with the name DOB. Between this format and this format. Means suppose I want to retrieve all the record whose date is in between 12/9 to 11/2, 2001 and 2002. So I am going to mention that 2 date in single code. 12 dash, sorry, we have to mention that year dash month dash date format and second value. Which one is the second value? This 1102 means 2002 dash 0302 dash 11 means it is going to retrieve all the record whose date or DOB value is in between first value and second value at last semicolon. So as per the table, we are going to retrieve total 4 records which having the date value is in between first value and second value, that is 12/9/2001 and 11/2/2002. That's how you can apply the between clause in the select statement. Till now we had used somewhat logical operator, relational operator, between, in, condition also, but till now we didn't find that record whose value is null. Now suppose you want to fetch it out all the record whose value is null, then you can use somewhat is null condition. That is all about the handling null value. Now after condition you can apply as where, that is close, after particular name of the field is null. Suppose you want to fetch it out all the record whose particular value is null, and opposite of that is not. Let's try with the first one only where field is null. Without null, see the first record. select all the records, so that I have to mention asterisk sign from table name, that is student, where mark, let's take more than, sorry, less than 80. Means it is going to fetch all the record whose mark is less than 80. So we have in total 3 record. Now see again, whose mark is more or equal to 80. Means we have in total 6 record. Means previously we got 3 record and right now we have in total 6 record. Means total we got 9 record. So what about this null value? Means for that only you can use this is null condition. For that, where particular name of the field, as we having mark field one value is there with the value null. So you can write is null to fetch it out that particular one record. See, select star from table name where our name of the field is mark only. So after that we can write is null. For what? Suppose you want to fetch it out all the record in the particular field whose value is mentioned over there as a null. See, we are having the record as fifth one, that is Aryan, whose mark I didn't mention over there. So I mentioned over there as a null. So you can write is null over there. Now opposite to that is not null. How you can write is not null? Can you guess what is going to return? Yes, it is going to return all the record whose mark is not mentioned as null. So out of this 10 record we are having 1 record as null. So out of that 9 record will be there as output. See, we have in total 9 row in a set, means we got all the record whose mark is not mentioned as null. That's how you can use the handling null value, or I can say is null condition. The next one is like. SQL also includes a string matching operator, that is like only, for comparison on character string using patterns. Patterns are described using two special wildcard characters. First one is percent symbol and then next one is a underscore. So I have to explain total 5 symbols so that you can understand the like keyword easily. First one is a modulus, or you can say a percent. It matches any string beginning with a character. Likewise, suppose you are going to mention the pattern as percentage a, and it's going to match every string which is going to end with a. And the last one is as per the percent a percent, means it is going to include all the characters or all the values who having a character anywhere in the particular name of the field. Now the next one is underscore. Why underscore is used? Now suppose in the particular field you want to fetch it out who's having exact 3 characters, then you can use 3 times underscore over there. These are the basic two, that is percent and underscore. Now mixture of these two is, first I have mentioned underscore, then after one character, then after modulus. Means this is a mixing of that two, percent and underscore. Means from this you can find it out all the record in which first character can be anyone, second one should be a only, and then after any character should be there. Means you can say that in particular field, suppose you want to fetch it out all the records whose second character should be a only. Likewise, you can use like, that is string matching operator, or you can say pattern matching operator. Now for this all these things, what you can use as a syntax, see, where particular name of the field, then after like and any one of the pattern as per your requirement. Pattern means any one of these as per the requirement you can match over there. Now see in our table with the name student, we have one field with the name, and suppose you want to fetch it out all the record whose first character is D. Now see, we have in total 2 records whose first character is D, that is Dharmik and Dhruvik. Now see, suppose you want to fetch it out this all the record whose first character is D, then what you can write? Select, suppose you want to display all the record, then asterisk sign from table name. Now where? From which field? Name field. Now like keyword, and we have to mention one particular pattern over there. So single quote, in that I am going to start with D. So D, and after that anything should be there. So percent sign and single quote over and semicolon. Means from the name field is going to display all the record whose first character is D, and then after anything should be there, and we're going to press the enter. So we have total 2 record whose name is starting with D. Let's try with the ending something. So in this only I am going to mention, see in our record, I want to fetch it out all the record whose last character is let's take A. So I am going to mention modulus A. So I am going to press the enter. So we have total only 1 record whose last character is A, means that is Isha. Out of this 10 record we are having just 1 record whose last character is A. Now same thing third one, that is all the record who contain at least a character anywhere in the name. Means percent a percent. Means we have in total 7 record whose name contains at least a character anywhere in the name. Let's try with the underscore. Now suppose I want to fetch it out all the record whose name contain only 4 character, or let's take 3 character only. 1, 2, 3. So I have to mention 3 times underscore over there. So I have written total 3 underscore. Name like 3 times underscore. Means it is going to fetch all the record whose name contain only 3 character. So we have just one record with the name Raj. And the last one, that is, I want to fetch it out all the record whose second character is E, and at last anything should be there. So I mention underscore E and modulus. Underscore means any character can be there. Then after E means second character should be E only, and modulus means anything should be there at last. So I'm going to press the enter and let's check that how many names are there whose second character is E. See, Asia, Canil means we have total 3 records in which second character is E mentioned over there. That's how you can use like keyword, and like that previously you can use not like also. See, where field not like, that is totally opposite to that. Now let's try one for that, where name not like that previous pattern. Means it is going to fetch it out all the record whose second character should not be E. So we have in total 7 record whose second character is not E. That is a basic one, that opposite to like, that is not like. Thus how you can use like operator, that is for the pattern matching in the particular table. Now the next one is modifying the data using update command. Where update command is used, sometimes you need to change some or all the values in an existing row. This can be done using update command of SQL. The update command specifies the row to be changed, means after set what you have to apply, what you want to change exactly, and after where you can apply that where exactly you want to change. Means as per the syntax you have to go with update, then after name of the table, set what you want to change, and after where you can set that where exactly you want to apply the change. Now let's take one example as suppose by mistakenly I had mentioned the mark of Asia 76. Actually I had mentioned, but I want to change it as 86. So I want to change the record. For the changing of the record you have to use update command over there. Now suppose I want to change the mark from 76 to 86. So what do I have to change? I want to change mark is equal to 86. But where exactly I want to change? Whose name is Asia, or you can apply roll number as 2. So let's try this. First, as per the syntax, we have to go with update and name of the table, that is student. Set. What do you want to change? We want to change as mark equal to 86. Means mark is going to apply as 86. Now we have to mention where we exactly want to change the particular mark equal to 86. So you can apply either name equal to Asia, because in all record we are having just one name with the name Asia, and second you can apply as roll number equal to 2. I suggest you to go with the primary key, as we had applied roll number as a primary key, so apply RNO equal to 2. Means it is going to change the mark as 86 whose roll number is 2. Let's try this. So it is over there as query OK, one row affected. Now how you can check? You can use the select statement to check that whether the record is updated or not. Whatever it is going to update, but still let me check. Select star from table name, that is student. See, in the record roll number 2 Asia 12 and 86. Previously it was 76, so we had changed from 76 to 86. Not only in numeric value, you can apply in the somewhat character value also. Let's try in date of birth. See in Canil, I had mentioned the date of birth as 9/7/2002. Suppose I want to change date of birth from 2002 to 2001. Then what you can write? Same statement, update table name, set. After set, what you have to write? What you exactly want to change? I want to change date of birth as 09, sorry, as per the date format, 2001-07-09. What exactly was? It was actually 2002. I want to change as 2001. And after that, what you have to apply? Where we want to change. Where? What you can write? You can write the name as Canil. But you can't. Why? Because you are having total 2 name as a Canil. So you have to go with the primary. So you can apply roll number as 2. Means where RNO equal to 8. So one row affected. Let's check again. Select star from table name. See the record 81. Now the date and time format is, sorry, date of birth format is 2001. What was actually? It was actually 2002. So we had to change the date of birth also. Now main thing, suppose you want to change the null value. As we having the name Aryan and mark is mentioned as null. Suppose I want to make it change and suppose I want to apply the mark as let's take 86 or any of the value. Then same statement but after where? To handle the null value. As we had seen, we have to apply is null. Let's see how we can do. Suppose I want to change the mark as 70, where what mark is null. Suppose you want to change as any of the value whose mark is mentioned as null, then you can directly write the 6, or you can go with roll number is equal to 5. But suppose you want to specify the condition with the null keyword, then you can go with mark equal to 70, where mark is null. Means wherever in your table mark is mentioned as null, at that time it is going to change as 70. So I am going to press the enter. See again, one row affected. Let's check it. See, finally we having one name with the name Aryan and the value is 70. So how you can change the null value also? So update table is going to update table command. So update command is going to change the record from the particular table. Now the next one is delete command. While working with the tables, we may reach at a situation where we no longer need some rows of the data. In such case, we would like to remove such rows. This can be done using delete command. Actually, delete command removes a row from a table. It can be single one also, it can be multiple also. Depends on your condition. As per your condition, it is going to remove the record. But see, as per the syntax, suppose you want to remove the record and delete from table name, where and condition. As per the condition, your record is going to remove from the particular table. Now, suppose I want to remove all the record whose roll number is more or equal to 8. Means as per the condition is record is going to remove. So you have to write the condition as per that only. See, delete from table name. Where what roll number? Suppose you are going to mention more than 8 is not going to include over there. And suppose you want to include 8 also, then you have to mention more or equal to, that is greater than or equal to symbol. So I mention where RNO more or equal to 8 and I am going to press the enter. See, the answer is 3 rows affected. Now I am going to check the record as select star from table name. Previously we having total 10 record, now we having just 7 record only. Why? Because we had removed that particular 3 record whose roll number is more or equal to 8. So as I told you that as per the condition your record is going to remove. Now suppose in this 7 record I want to remove all the record whose gender is male. As we have in total 4 male person and 3 female person. Now suppose I am going to remove all the record. So again we have to go with delete command. As per the condition, what we want to remove? We want to remove all the record whose gender is let's take male. And last semicolon means it is going to remove all the record whose gender is male. So 4 row affected. Why? Because in our previous table male, second, third and 4. 4 record were there whose gender is male. And at last but not the least, drop table. The drop table command of MySQL lets you drop the table from the database. The syntax is as per that, drop table and name of the table. Suppose you want to remove the complete structure with all the record, with all the field that you had applied till now, and suppose you want to remove the particular table that is no longer need, then you can go with the drop table command. After applying drop table command with the particular table student in the database school, so after that table will be no longer available in the database school. So once you write this drop table name, your table is going to remove from the particular database. So previously right now I am going to check that total how many tables are there in our database. Show tables. So tables in a school database is just one only, that is student. Now suppose I am going to remove as per the syntax drop table and name of the table, that is student. So what is going to happen? The complete table with the all structure with all the record is going to remove from your database. So no longer table is available. So I am going to write select star from table name. So what? Your table is there? No. See, one error is there. That in school database student table is not there. Now suppose you want to check the total how many tables are there in your database, then you can go with show tables. What is that? Empty set. This is all about the basic of basic MySQL and what we have seen till now. How you can insert the record, how you can create the database, how you can create the table, how you can insert the record in the table. how you can apply distinct keyword, how you can use where, logical operator, order by, in condition, between, update, like, everything. This is all about the basic of MySQL.